Wintelligence, it's my baby essentially. It's a Saturday racing tipping service founded by me about 5 years ago. Started out just doing Brisbane racing selections, tipping, sending it to family and friends, and then from there a few people said, well, why don't you make something of it? So I decided to create a business, and then within 6 months I was full-time, and that's been the last 5 years for me. Like many things in the racing industry, a partnership starts with a beer and a bet. So I sort of met Brian Henschel at the Brisbane races, and developed a relationship with him and Brian Simpson. And then they just said, we need a tipster for Black Saw, you know, our owners and our newsletter. So I thought, yeah, why not? And then from there, the partnership has just flourished and cross-promotion. But in particular, when Black Saw have their functions, it's, you know, that's where I've really connected with their owners and all the people involved in Black Saw, and you know, that relationship has just been great. Boys on Tour has been awesome, and like, you know, in the punters club groups and the owners groups, getting to know a lot of the boys and giving them some tips and selections and seeing the winners, it's become more of a family rather than an owners group, which is, you know, that's the Black Saw mantra, which I love. You know, you're not just owning a horse for the sake of winning the race, you're owning the horse with what have become your best mates. Basically, we cover every race across Melbourne, Brisbane and Sydney every Saturday. So it's about 30 races a Saturday. And we provide a top pick and a value pick every race. We have our confidence ratings and our analysis. If you're not everyone's a racing expert. So for other services, it's very number heavy, and you sort of got to know what you're talking about when you're trying to interpret what they're saying. For me, I'm trying to deliver a service for the general punter, and if they haven't picked up a form guide on a Saturday, if they read my tips, I want them to know exactly what's going to happen and how the race may unfold and what that horse's form has been like, and break it down for someone who may not have done the form. About 30% win strike rate for a general selection, so just a top pick, and obviously we don't pick and choose which races we do every race, so you know, there's some low confidence bets and there's some high confidence bets involved. And then our best bets, they strike at about 40% the win and about 70% the place. So rule of thumb, your best bets are winning almost half the time, but they're in the finish 70% of the time. So maintaining those strike rates across, you know, 5 years of the service just ensures that we're always in the finish and that we're always getting a good run for our money. Yeah, if you want to sign up for the service, wintelligence.com.au is our website. We also have Facebook and Instagram, and on those pages we do things like trial watch and highlight the best trialers for each week, and you know, the top 3 wins for whatever that race on the weekend is. So there's a lot of content on our social media as well. But if you do want to sign up, wintelligence.com.au.